Have you ever felt like you're just floating through your days? You wake up, go to work, talk, eat, scroll, but inside, everything feels hollow. Like you're watching your own life from the outside, like a silent observer trapped behind a glass wall. People ask how you are, and you smile, say, "I'm fine," but deep down, there's this quiet ache. Not exactly pain, just emptiness. A silence that grows louder with every passing day. Maybe it's not sadness, not fear, not even boredom. It's something more subtle. It's that faint sense that something sacred inside you has gone quiet. And maybe you can't even explain it. You just know something's missing. But what if the emptiness isn't a curse, but a doorway? What if that hollow feeling isn't the end of meaning, but the space where new meaning wants to be born? What if what you're feeling right now is not a sign of loss, but a sign of awakening? Because sometimes, when everything external stops making sense, that's when the soul begins to whisper. And those whispers are not asking you to fix yourself, they're asking you to remember yourself. Welcome, dear soul. You've just arrived at a space where spirituality meets real life, where we take the raw, unfiltered human experience and transform it into growth, awareness, and light. If you're here, it means you're brave enough to face what's happening inside you. That courage to listen instead of hide is the very beginning of healing. Here, we don't talk about perfection. We talk about presence. We don't talk about escaping reality. We talk about embracing it with compassion and awareness. Because true spirituality isn't about floating above your pain, it's about holding it gently until it softens. So take a deep breath with me. Inhale through your nose, hold it for a moment, and exhale slowly through your mouth. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. You are safe. You are seen. And you are exactly where you need to be. Before we continue, a gentle reminder, what I share here is not medical advice. It's spiritual guidance, reflections meant to help you reconnect with your inner peace, not to replace professional care. If you're struggling deeply, please reach out for help. Healing works best when the soul, mind, and body are all supported. Spiritually, the feeling of inner emptiness often comes when our soul's voice has been drowned out by noise, schedules, expectations, constant doing. We mistake busyness for purpose. We chase achievement, productivity, validation, likes, progress, but none of it fills the heart. We fill every silence with sound, every pause with movement, every moment with distraction. And without realizing it, we move further away from the still, quiet space where our truth lives. When the soul can't find expression, life starts to flatten. Colors fade. Emotions dull. Even joy feels heavy, mechanical. You laugh, but it's rehearsed. You succeed, but it feels distant. This isn't because you failed, it's because your energy has shifted too far outward. You've been living from the surface, not the center. You've been surviving from the outside in instead of living from the inside out. The soul speaks in stillness, in quiet moments, in breath, in pause. But when we stop listening, we drift into spiritual exhaustion. That's why life starts to feel meaningless, not because meaning is gone, but because you've stopped hearing it. The truth is, purpose doesn't disappear. It waits. It waits patiently, behind the noise, for you to slow down enough to hear it again. You wake up and go through the same routine: coffee, work, phone, sleep. Days blur into weeks, weeks into months. And one day, you realize you don't remember the last time you felt truly alive. You start to wonder, is this all there is? You look around, everyone else seems to be moving, creating, loving, achieving. And you're just existing. There's this quiet guilt that whispers, I should feel grateful. You have food, shelter, people who care. And yet, there's a void inside. Sometimes, it feels like you're wearing a mask, smiling out of habit, not joy. Even the things you used to love don't spark anything anymore. It's not depression exactly. It's a kind of spiritual fatigue, your soul saying, I can't live on autopilot anymore. And that's the real problem. We've learned to function so well that we've forgotten how to feel. We've built a life so full that there's no room left for aliveness. We scroll through other people's moments instead of inhabiting our own. We keep running because stopping feels too quiet, too empty, yet that quiet is where the healing begins. This emptiness is not the absence of meaning. It's the hunger for a truer one. It's life trying to redirect you from the superficial to the sacred. It's not the end of your purpose, it's the beginning of your real one. Let's begin gently. Right now, take a slow breath in through your nose. Hold it for a heartbeat. And exhale softly. Again, breathe in peace. Hold stillness. Exhale everything that no longer feels true. Now imagine. You are standing in a vast open field at dawn. The world is still, the air cool against your skin. Above you, the sky begins to glow, soft gold spilling over the horizon. This is the moment between night and day, between numbness and renewal. And in that silence, your soul whispers, you are not lost. You are resting between chapters. As the light spreads across the field, you start to feel something, a pulse, gentle but steady. It's your own aliveness, awakening again. Every inhale feeds it. Every exhale clears the dust around it. You remember how to breathe not just for survival, but for meaning. Feel your feet on the earth. Each inhale draws light up from the ground into your heart. Each exhale releases the heaviness of old expectations. With every breath, your heart grows warmer, your chest lighter. You begin to remember the small things that once brought you peace, the sound of rain against the window, the scent of morning coffee, the laughter of a friend, the calm of doing nothing. They're still here. You just forgot how to see them. Now, ask yourself quietly, when was the last time I felt truly alive? What was I doing? Who was I being? Sometimes, purpose isn't a grand calling. It's the small things that make your spirit hum. Purpose isn't always loud. Sometimes it whispers. And maybe right now, life isn't asking you to chase anything. Maybe it's asking you to pause. To let go of the need to perform, to produce, to prove. Maybe all it's asking is for you to be present again. Because purpose doesn't come from striving. It comes from listening. And sometimes, the most sacred act is to simply stop and let life find you again. Take one last breath with me. Inhale softly. Exhale gently. Now place your hand over your heart and whisper, I am still here. I am meant to be here. Even in your emptiness, your soul is alive, searching, expanding, remembering. Even when you feel lost, you're still walking toward yourself. Even when nothing makes sense, life is quietly rearranging itself around you, preparing the next chapter. So if all you can do today is breathe, that's enough. If all you can do is feel the quiet ache, that's still healing. Because that ache is proof that your heart still wants to feel. And if you're hearing these words, it's because a deeper part of you already knows. You are ready to return home to yourself. So take this moment as an invitation to slow down, to feel again, to listen again, to be again. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to stay open. Because purpose returns faster when we remember we're not walking alone. Together, we'll keep rediscovering what makes life sacred, one breath, one sunrise, one awakening at a time. Subscribe, turn on the bell, leave a like, and share what you felt below. Because you never know, your words might be the light someone else needs to find their way back home.